Okay, let's play some Mickey Mania. Alright, let's play some Mickey Mania. Alright. Hopefully this is all working like it's supposed to. Let's try it out. Now, this is a game that was actually suggested by a student. It was not put in the poll, but it was left as a comment. I couldn't get a cool spot to run on my Retron 5. I suspect it has to do with the contacts. And this game's by Traveler's Tales, which should sound familiar. They're doing the Lego games nowadays. Mickey Mania. And this game came out for the Sega CD, Super Nintendo, and the Sega Genesis. But apart from the sound, the Sega Genesis version is probably the best of those versions. The Super Nintendo version wasn't quite complete, I don't think, when they came out with it. And so the camera is further away, giving you a better view of Mickey. We're going to up our lives to 5 and start. It's really an incredible game, and the main reason that I wanted to play it was because it really shows. We've spent a lot of time looking at some Sega Genesis games that I kept saying were, I mean, just look at it. The Super Nintendo version doesn't have this little screen reel opening. It goes away when you start moving, but it looks better than the Super Nintendo version. It has levels that the Super Nintendo version doesn't have. Like I said, the camera's better. Mickey's sprite is better. There's more animations. I don't know what they did. You know what? I don't know what they did, Sega, to bribe Traveler's Tale to make their version better. But whatever they did, it worked. That's funny. Oops. Gotta avoid the chickens. And ride this box over. Some of the graphical effects on this, I mean, they could have been done on the PlayStation. Matter of fact, I think this game was ported to the PlayStation. That's how high the fidelity was, is that you could port it to a relatively new console, and it looks good. I mean, this game could easily compete on some levels with the original Rayman game. I mean, it's not quite up to that level, but it's pretty close. Okay, this bird doesn't want to go down. The first one went down in one shot. There he goes. It's really hard to jump up to that top. Oh well, we're just going to go on. You get little balls to throw. That's a checkpoint. You can't really do anything with Pete yet, so I just recommend. That was kind of cheap. The level of animation and character in this game is really something else. You have to ring these 4 bells before you can progress. What I also love is that, you know, it starts out totally black and white, and you can watch it slowly get higher quality. Now we have to beat Pete because we can use him. The sound is better than most of the Genesis games we've looked at on this little thing we've been doing so far. Mickey's voice clips are incredible. Like I said, there's more animation. Watch this part. That graphical effect. It's a 3D effect. And I don't know if they did with polygons. I don't know if it's line scrolling. I honestly couldn't tell you. But it is so convincing. And this is 16-bit Sega, Sega Genesis. This is not a 32-bit console. This isn't the 32X add-on. This is just Genesis doing what Nintendo don't in this case. It's really incredibly impressive. I'm going to have to stop talking so I can actually not die. Because I think I have one more hit and I'm done. And I don't think this game has checkpoints. This is the first boss, and I know it's like, this is a boss, but yeah. All I have to do is break these 4 gears. And not, oh gosh, the explosions apparently have hitboxes. Oh wait. I was wrong. They do have hitbox checkpoints. Why'd you drop the spring over there? Can I push the spring? Apparently not. Okay, that's a good spot. One more. It's 4 for the bottom. Drop the spring on the other side. There we go. Alright, first level down. See, this little bit wasn't in the Super Nintendo version. I've actually beaten the Super Nintendo version. I've never beaten the Genesis version. But I'm looking forward to diving back into it. I may even keep playing this one after we're done. These bones give everybody trouble because they scatter so far and they don't dissipate for a really long time. So you have to really watch. These knives fall. There's an elevator sequence which gets really scary because you're stuck in an elevator and the bones, they just are really hard to escape from in the elevator. Okay, apparently Mickey cannot throw. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to dodge that, but this level's really kind of broken. All these are based on like really old Mickey cartoons. That's why it's called The Tireless Adventures of Mickey Mouse. So the first one's based on Steamboat Willie, which is Mickey's first ever cartoon. This is, I don't even remember what cartoon this is. I'm sure I've seen it. There's a bat. How do you... Okay, that works. All right, making it through. All right, we're gonna hit him. You can tell how much health you have because of Mickey's fingers up in the top left. Oof. Mickey just has tons of animation and just, you know, I don't know. The game really was pushing the hardware for both the Super Nintendo and the Genesis, but this part is ridiculous. You'll die. It's kind of like the I got to really focus. I'm sorry. It's kind of like the and I'm dead. The Aladdin sequence in the Sega Genesis where, you know, you die, you know, incredibly quickly and everything's moving so fast. And actually that felt shorter than the version on the Super Nintendo. This area is incredible with the background. I'm not sure what the stars do. I feel like we're making good progress, though. Music's good. It's kind of simple, but it's good. All right, are we at the nutty? Nope. I guess we haven't done the elevator yet, have we? All right. He got me. Okay, I don't know how. See? Okay. All right. Oof. All right, we're going to be more careful. It got me all the way across. Oh, I get more hits back. That's what the stars do. All right, got rid of him. Oh, jeez. That's kind of scary. I forgot about him. Look at the clock. There's so many details that weren't in the Super Nintendo version. All right, checkpoint. Whoa. I'm out of those little... Okay, here's 4. All right. I'm going to check something real quick. All right. Here's the elevator where we just have to survive. So he'll just blow up, and I have to... Okay, maybe he won't blow up. Maybe he'll just throw stuff at me. Oh, well, okay. Well, if the continue had brought me right back to where I was, I think that I probably would have kept going. But I think that we're going to call it here. And so I hope you guys enjoyed Mickey Mania. I'm going to have one more Mickey game tomorrow on my favorite. This one's like graphically really impressive. The other game's not as graphically impressive, but it's honestly one of the best games to ever come out for the Genesis. It was made by Sega themselves, and it's just really great. It's one of my favorites, Castle of Illusion. It's very short. There's actually a remake that came out a few years ago digitally. If you got to play that game, it was really good fun.